Are real estate prices in Toronto about to fall? Should I wait for another project? These are type of questions for many buyers or investors in the market come to mind. Well, in today's video, I'm going to address this question, which is a hot topic in today's real estate market. Let's get it going right after this. Welcome back to AV Team Real Estate Channel. I'm Antonio, the local real estate agent here in Toronto GTA area. I'm a specialist in the condo market in Toronto. If you have any questions about the pre-construction or even resale condo in the GTA, hit me up in the comment section or book a call with me with the link in the description down below. Let's start with the elephant in the room. Price drops and waiting for them to decrease and waiting for the next project to come along with a lower price since the market is tanking and properties aren't selling as quickly as they were in February. This is especially true when the bank raises interest rates to combat the problem with extreme high inflation. As a result, many purchasers' buying impulse has slowed and the market appears to be considerably calmer. Furthermore, not every property is selling right now. Offer dates are not always working for the sellers anymore. The crazy number of offers in the early month of the year seems like a thing in the past. And there are hundreds, if not hundreds, new property on the Toronto MLS that have changed their price and relisted with a very lower price. And as a realtor who goes out in the field and does a lot of business and talks to buyers and sellers every day, I can confirm that this is absolutely happening in the market. We sold every home we listed so far in 2022, but the pace of activity on our property has been much slower in the last month and a half than it was at the start of the year, which is to be kind of expected. However, when I realized the majority of people in the media were comparing prices from the year's peak, I realized that a drop would make sense. They make such a big headline stating that the price will drop, which of course leads to the argument that the real estate market is about to crash. But when compared to December of the previous year, prices are still much higher across the board. Like I said earlier, I do agree prices have dropped if you compare prices from February to March by a little bit, but in terms of the big pictures, the market is still up by a significant from last year. If you're worried about every little bump in the road, real estate market might not be the best option for you. My advice and recommendation for real estate will always be for the long term. It is not held for more than 3 or 5 years. The up and downs will always hunt you. And if it's proven from history that it will be on the upside most of the time for long term. A short reference to area outside of the city of Toronto such as Milton, Wolf, Cambridge, or area in the Durham region such as Ajax, Pickering, Oshawa, and so on, where prices have risen dramatically in recent months due to pandemic and many don't mind because they can work from home. But the question is, how this is supposed to keep up? Multiple offers on the offer dates are so common and prices go up by hundreds of thousands in weeks. Eventually, that will come down. This cannot keep up. This is an expected outcome. They're saying the prices have dropped or the property aren't selling, and sure, in comparison to the highest level we ever seen in February, prices have dipped a little bit in some areas in March, especially in the area outside of GTA. This simply cannot keep up. It's too high for the moment. But if we compare that to last year's price, it is still up by a good amount. So we really have to look at the context of what people means when the market is dropping or is about to crash. I'm going to talk about one of the most possible misconceptions investors make when it comes to pre-construction condominiums. When someone is interested in a project, they check into it, look at the floor plans, and then look at the pricing. They see the price, they usually get shocked and claim that the price is crazy high and they were never expected to be that high. So the next thing they always tell me is that they rather wait and check the next project because they expect that there will be price cheaper per square foot in the same area in the future. So wait a minute, does that sound familiar? Yeah, they think the price will come down in the same neighborhood even though the project was sold out at a respectable time at launch. Let's say you are a builder. You saw one of the projects sold at $1,500 per square foot in the same area, and knowing that the recent project was sold days after the launch, will you sell it for less than $1,500 per square foot? Here is another example. Let's say a buyer that were interested in a house in the house across from the same neighborhood and similar type of house with almost identical rooms and size and sold for $2 million just 2 days ago. Would you list and accept the price less than $2 million? That is really my question, and the answer is quite simple. No, most people like to list for higher price rather rather than a lower, and they would expect to receive a higher price rather than a lower price. Another group of people were previous buyers, perhaps 10 years ago, and time has flown by and the price has escalated at a rate they could not have predicted. So once again, they will have waited and hoped for lower cost property in the future, which we can all agree hasn't happened in recent years. So before I conclude this video, if you like the information so far, please help out the channel by liking the video and also consider subscribing to our channel. Most importantly, if you have questions about real estate in the Toronto GTA, don't hesitate to book a call with us with the link in the description down below. Let's recap and address the question of whether Toronto real estate prices are about to fall. Should you buy now or wait for the price to drop? As I have stated, would you sell for less if you know a comparable property in the same area as the one you're selling? Or if you're a builder or developer, would you like to sell your project for a lower price per square foot, knowing that newly launched pre-construction has such a high demand and was quickly sold out? So if you expect prices to come down, knowing these facts, I say you will most likely make a mistake. When is the best time to buy? If it's possible, it is always today. There's no way to know what is going to happen in the future. I don't have the crystal ball, but nobody, or it is just simply hard to time the market. As I previously stated, if you hold real estate for a long time, you will most likely win most of the time. I understand the prices fluctuate in the short term, but in the long term, if you look at the history, the general line is always up. There are many reasons why, and I have mentioned many videos in the past that include inflation, material costs, labor, lack of supply, and the historic record of immigration coming to Canada, and so on. It is hard to believe the price will come down in the long term. Okay, that's it for this video, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.